Welcome to Fairy Tale Theater. Ever since sailors have sailed the seas, they have told stories of the mermaids who live in the deep and come to the surface so rarely that they can only be glimpsed by those who know where to look. For the flash of a little white arm in the curl of a wave, for the glint of a tail rippling the waters of a quiet cove, for the glimmer of a small fair head peeping from behind the rocks, just as a wave breaks over them. Then she is gone, and the sailor is left to wonder. Yet once upon a time, one mermaid did tarry long enough above the surface to encounter a handsome young sailor and to hold him in her arms. This is her story, the story of the Little Mermaid.
Far below the waves, in the deepest part of the ocean, lived a little mermaid. Her name was Pearl, and she was my youngest daughter, the daughter of King Neptune. On the morning of her 21st birthday, I had given her permission to go up to the surface of the ocean for the very first time. Pearl was a charming creature, possessed of a delightful singing voice and the liveliest curiosity about the world of men, which she herself had never seen. And so, when her older sisters, Coral and Anemone, came to wish her a happy birthday, she was eager to question them about the world above.
Oh, those mortals are impossible, always spying on us.
Yes, so trying to catch us with hooks as though we were fish.
Pearl, those mortals act like they own the whole planet. When you go up to the surface today, take my advice and stay away from them.
Well, how am I going to do that unless I know what they look like?
Well, I saw one once. They're not so very ugly.
You did? Tell us about it.
Yes, tell us about it.
Well, his skin was very, very white, and his eyes were open very wide, but he didn't seem to be looking at anything. He was just floating face down, quite still. He wasn't frolicking or looking for food or anything.
That's because he was dead.
Dead?
Men cannot live in our world, nor we in theirs. They are mortal human beings, and we are mythical creatures.
Oh, what does mythical mean?
It means that men are always making up stories about us.
Yes, they say we are sirens.
Sirens?
Sirens are another branch of the family altogether. They don't speak to us, and we don't speak to them.
I still wish I knew what mortals look like.
Well, for one thing, they have legs so they can walk around instead of swim.
Legs? And walk? You mean like the crabs?
Well, sort of, but not really. You see, they're split up the middle, and they walk around on these little sticks on dry land.
What is dry?
Anything that isn't wet, silly.
Although it has its wet parts, too.
Well, I can't wait to go to the surface.
Oh, yes, you can.
First, we have to give you our present, Pearl.
We made it ourselves.
Oh, Coral, Anemone, it's beautiful.
Father is waiting for you. Swim along now.
Drawing underwater circles